Captain's log, stardate 02262020. 02262020. 12.1 Starship Excelsior's log NCC 77246. So, how goes it, everyone? So, a couple announcements to make this morning or afternoon. I'm getting tired. I'm really getting sleepy, but I have some news for you that you might be of an interest. So, couple things that's going on is I decided to make a post today on a couple little problems that happened, and I know if Sam or others were watching, they'd be like, what problems? Well, let's just say this morning I got out of bed, dragging my heels, need to get a couple spreadsheets done and go into the game, our game, Guild Wars. So we go into Guild Wars, and hell broke loose. And I'm not talking gaming hell, I'm talking Chloe hell. So basically what happened was Chloe took it upon herself to keep whacking her head about 5,000 times out of anger. Decided to call her mom and say, I want out. Well, I support Chloe getting out because frankly, I can't support someone who beats the shit out of themselves, calls me fucking after my aunt, calls me Terrence, calls me Isaiah, calls me, every person that they hate. Shelby, Isabella, Corey. I mean, all these people, Tara, Butthole. I mean, all these different names that I'm sitting there, and the only name I've used lately is Ass Clown or talking about Poppy the other day. I basically said son of a bitch, and I use that term, not out of love. It's like, and it's my anger, my anger tone, because I'm sitting there and all of a sudden they're making threats. Okay, now, my family turns around and claims I'm fucking insane. Insane as insane can be. Okay, oh well, at least I'm on disability, right? I'm insane. I must be freaking doing something right. Jokingly aside, I'm trying to be funny here. I'm not trying to be, rude or crude towards my family. But if I keep reporting this, police will come out and do nothing. They never do. If I can report fucking the threats that she made today, nothing happens. So to me, I've reported it so many times from different government agencies all the way up, then nothing happens. Okay. So my family turns around and they know in my letters, I said, oh, she's made these threats. Fortunately, they're like, oh, you did this, you did. Well, no, I never reported my family. Never have, never will. Fortunately, my family has said time and time again, I must be too insane and no one will listen to me. Well, if I'm too insane, then the captain's too insane. Therefore, the captain doesn't have to say much, right? There you go. I'm insane. Fortunately, no one listens. That's the god-awful truth, However, I actually have been talking to Poppy, and there's a couple things I want to talk about today. So I was talking to Poppy Monday, and I said to Poppy, I told him what was going on again, and I apologized to him. And Poppy said to me, I understand, but your family's rubbish. They're trash. They want to accuse you of something you wouldn't do. They want to say you're too insane. Well, let them live in their own little world. But Poppy said the main reason is calling wolf too many times, and that's what happened, So what happened was Chloe gets mad, okay? Mad as hell. Treats me like shit, right? I finally told her, look, I'm giving you 3 minutes to fucking pack. Well, I need more than 3 minutes. I said, I don't care if you leave with the clothes on your back. I said, get out. I'm not tolerating this. And so I told her I'm not tolerating this, right? Turns around, starts crying, and she says she's disabled because She's depressed because she has no income. When I had no income, I still made life comfortable. I mean, look, let me put it this way. My mother, my sisters, my family, the ones that are close to me, they looked after me. So technically, I didn't have any problems with, "You just commit suicide because I'm not got an income." Look, I mean, look, I came up with some great ideas, right? And I was talking to Chloe, and Chloe's like, "Oh, you need to do this. You need to spend a lot of money for that. You need." I mean, to me, I was like, for real, for real. So I was sitting there, okay, and I was talking to, uh, um, you know, things, and I basically said, I'm not being treated like crap. I'm not going to be called Tara or Terrence or Aya or Teddy or uh, Poppy or whoever, just throws all these names up and calls me assholes. I said, look here, you son of a bitch. Out of anger, I said, I'm not being treated like garbage anymore. I'll fight back. I said, you got 3 minutes. I'm going to take the dog for the walk because you can't even walk him. You want to walk him, and every time you turn around, you're bitching. There's little logs in your room. I've been taking Moppy out more, and he's been like happy as hell and emptying himself. Moppy loves his walks. Chloe, on the other hand, "Oh, I'm so depressed." I mean, we have gnats in our house. We've had cockroaches. We've had all this stuff. That stuff of Tara would say, "Ooh." But the point is and then then Chloe turns around and says, "Thankful that Tara is no longer in my life. That they're toxic people, and that." And then she was talking about my donut pillow that my family had to help me replace 3 times. That, "Oh, I'm glad your donut pillow is missing. You fucking son of a bitch, mother bastard, pussy, pupsy." Her, mom, no offense to her, post something on Facebook. Instead of posting in a comment and mashing it out on a Facebook Messenger, she says, "Oh, well, your deal was the deal was you would go to your appointment for Social Security and then you'd come home." Oh yeah, then come home. Isn't that freaking gravy? Then come home. Unfortunately, Chloe wants out, so I needed to find out about calling the Social Security adjuster and letting her know that Chloe's you know too mentally ill, and she's I gotta ask her a couple questions anyways. So technically, um, so that's a plan today, But so we go into the game, okay? Chloe's been basically bitching, and she thinks I'm grouchy, right? I get up, I'm on my tab, I'm doing township in the hair. I'm like, can I fucking have my coffee in peace? And then going on and on and on and on and on. I'm like, look, I didn't get enough sleep. I wake up to noise, and you're freaking sitting there on your computer going, lollipop, lollipop, la, 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 lollipop. And I'm going, you gotta be fucking kidding me, right? You gotta be kidding me. So she's sitting there, right? Nothing. I, on the other hand, am pissed off. And I, of course, am pissed off. So I sat there and I said to her, really, for real? Well, she started getting combative and cranky. And I finally said, look, I can't handle this anymore. You got to go. You're going to cost me my home. I don't have advocates to help me. You're going to throw me out and then you'll run home. I said, what type of person are you? Are you the revengeful type that just went ahead and, Poppy even said it himself. He thinks what's happened was the family basically doesn't realize that Chloe wants blood. She's out for blood, okay? And if Chloe did what I think she did, we don't have any problems with it. But the problem with Chloe is she basically can run back to home while I'm homeless. And that's a God-given fact. And Chloe can do it too. I'm homeless after she got me evicted. All she has to do is run away. So her mom, I think, basically states, Chloe's reading a freaking post and getting mad, but Chloe basically said something to me about how her mom thinks that Chloe needs to own up to her responsibilities and take, own up to your mistakes and own up to what you've done is wrong and so far your decisions. Chloe doesn't want it. So Chloe's just like, you did it. So, But anyway, so I wanted to share that with you all. I miss Jose. I miss Annie too. But yeah, I mean, literally, I just asked her to fucking leave today. I was like, look, I don't care if you get on the fucking first ferry at 5:55, just get the fuck out. I mean, I was rude. I was like, look, I'm not having you tear me a new apple. I'm not going to have you attack me, verbally assault me, mentally assault me. I mean, literally, I said, look, you can't get help. And so, to me, I figured, it's time that we, as in people, look at a big picture, and that is to get her home. And literally, I can't take it. Literally, from this point of view, I can't take it. I mean, she's clearly freaking disabled unless she's faking it. And frankly, no one in their right mind would keep beating the shit out of their own head and then crying about the littlest stuff. I mean, literally. I mean, look, she already threw away me. Literally. And then, it's like my cousin said the other day, that I'm the only one looking after her, but there's only so much a person can do before they're done. Literally. And I forgot to mention, okay, the other day when I got the Valentine's booze, and so far the family's warned me about the Valentine's booze. She warned me I should have listened, but you know what? Mistakes happen, but oh well, it's life. Now, the problem isn't about the Valentine's booze, that is. But Chloe's mom knows that I basically told her when I was drunk, Tuesday or Wednesday when I got it, I said, look, take your kid home. I don't want to deal with this. Too much trouble, too much work, not enough profits, what I'm saying, jokingly aside, being whatever, The thing is not enough profit. Joking aside, she's too much work and she's a hassle. She's doing a number mentally and physically, and I can't take it anymore. So, my family warned me about the booze, but I had a ticket lined up to send Chloe home. That fell through because Chloe's mom doesn't want to pay. She wants to go through the advocates and have them pay. And if the advocates don't pay, then she said she would do it after she talks to Grammy and Grandpa, meaning she thinks she wants to buy a ticket after Chloe gets her appointment done. Fortunately, with all the money I've spent being on disability, I'm being thrown around. I'm basically disabled. I can't support myself. So anyways, the advocate, right? The Social Security adjuster basically doesn't know if she's faking it or there's a trigger or something. But anyways, Chloe basically got violently angry, okay? Totally angry, right? So we're sitting around. I'm trying to figure out what to do with the Social Security thing, and I'm trying to figure out, here it is. So I gotta call this lady here, and I believe that's the number, her number at the top. And I gotta find out if, answer a couple questions anyways. But Chloe basically went completely bonkers today, literally bonkers, okay? She's worried about her hormones. Oh, I can't masculinize. Look, I don't have fucking money to go pay for fucking two people's train tickets and fucking hotel and food just to go and get you hormones. I mean, literally, we should be fine. I had a dream the other day that we were fine, but Chloe's like, oh, well, I get hormones, hormones, hormones. And I'm like, look, you can't be fucking pushy, picky, And the other problem is today in this game, besides Chloe being fucking, in my opinion, a fucking limey bastard. She claims she's from England, so I can make a joke from time to time. They get all medieval on my ass. Literally. They're like, yeah, it's no problem, okay? So Chloe gets a squad together, right? And then one guy says I'm useless, right? And I said, look, how many turrets have you climbed on? And how many things have you done? Oh, well, you're useless, right? So he's sitting in there, and he's in another fort later today, and he's getting his ass kicked. I came over, and I fucking nuked him. I said, useless? He says, I'm sorry, I thought you were. I was like, look, I like playing with the fucking things. If I can delay you guys from fighting hard enough by me using turrets, mortars, other gizmos to slow the enemy down, I will. And he saw how many times I had to switch to my two-handed sword to mow him down. I'm like, bam, bam. And he's like, wow. Well, one guy came up to me and he says, you operate the turrets. I'll make sure these people stay away from you. We had a perfect time. Well, one guy says I was useless, okay, until I saved him and his entire platoon many times today. And one person says, oh, I don't want to be on a team where we're waiting for a legendary. You're basically not picking Roxanne, right? All right. So Chloe basically says by the time she gets the Roxanne, gets to the fort, she's had half her life because her character's slow. And they're like, oh, well, the lady thought she didn't want to need us until she basically got resurrected by me 8 times. I'm like, so I'm useless? I'm sitting in the fort waiting for the enemies, and I'm taking care of 90% of the enemies, running around, finding positions where I won't get hit to save every one of your ass. Chloe's like, go here. I'm like arrowing down or this. But anyway, so what happened was Chloe's fighting. We fought all these enemies, right? And we had like 4 crab guys on us and a 5th crab guy thing, right? And I'm sitting there fighting, and I wipe them all out except for one, right? And I said, I'm almost dead. And Chloe says, okay, I know, I got the outer set. I said, by the way, our legendary we're waiting for is here. She ran in there as fast as she could. We got it down 50%. A couple guys went in there, took the wax to themselves and got killed. Several others saw it and ran. We almost had it. But guess what? We lost because Chloe basically got mad, and that's what triggered a lot of it, is because she was angry because we're in a group battle and no one wants to touch a legendary. Me and Chloe went up against fucking 3 champions today, 4 elites, and fucking 2 legendaries in an area while we were waiting for this one area to open up. Just 2 of us. We basically planned it by our teeth and got through it. Few people came in and said, oh, we'll help you, until they died. And then we resurrected them, kept fighting, and they ran away like, oh, you're on your own. And then when they found out we took them all on and got all the treasure, they're like, oh, well, good for you, but we didn't want to go up against that. We're here just for fun. It's like, look, we're here for fun too, but we're also here for those titles. So anyways, Chloe's been calling her mom, trying to get her home. The advocate needs to be contacted to let her know Chloe wants to go home. She doesn't want to deal with here anymore. She hates it. 2 is she thinks Social Security is going to deny she's not getting treatment. And, the ladies like that could freaking sink her herself. I mean, literally, she's basically so paranoid. I mean, literally, she's paranoid the government's coming after her. She's paranoid that she's not going to get Social Security because she ain't having treatment or whatever. I mean, literally, she's basically, I went to I talked to the mental hospital the other day, and they said she's not even worth their time anymore. Okay, I called them up the day I was kind of tipsy with the Fireball drinky, and she turned around, and the lady's like, look, Rita, I know who you are. We've dealt with you before. We don't want Chloe. Chloe and I and everyone, we don't want her. She's too much trouble. What you need right here, this box of chocolates, okay? Box of chocolates, which really is a box of the thingy's missing, but you get it, right? I kept the box for fun. Chocolate is for amateurs. 10 shots of Fireball, right? So basically what happened was she turned around and the lady turned around and said, I know you're drunk, but there's nothing we can do. Chloe refuses meds. She refuses all this treatment. We're done with her. She goes to Harvard View. She's not going to get any help. She's not going to get any help. Literally, she's better off going home and getting The lady said she's better off going home and getting help at home than here. Because the lady even said it. Chloe's draining your money, not doing anything, and you're probably living in filth, and so you know how it goes. I've had to do everything I can, and I mean, let me put it this way, okay? Chloe turns around, right? She doesn't think. She went in, right? And we have certain foods allocated for me and certain for her, right? Her ramen things are done. She's overspent on her food stamps, so she doesn't have the stuff that she likes to eat. She's tapped into my soups, my fruit cocktail, my other things, and I'm sitting there going, "What am I going to eat for dinner?" Oh, I got a box of taquitos left from the 26th. That'll get me by till the 28th. Okay, I got Cornish game, and she's like, "What do we have Cornish game hens?" They're my food, not yours. So I got one night at Cornish game hens because she's eating it with me. Not she can't, And then on top of all of this, so I mean, literally, I do need to get going soon because I do got to call the Social Security lady and talk to her for a minute and touch base and let her know, what's going on because Chloe wants to leave. So, thing is, she doesn't want to stay. She doesn't want to stay because she doesn't feel happy here, and two is she thinks, she's useless. And frankly, she's not useless so much as she's trouble. I mean, how would you feel if you were sitting there, right? And you are trying to do your thing and you can't do your thing because you have to listen to someone like me, basically. I mean, look, she doesn't have any common sense. I mean, literally. She gets mad over a game. I mean, literally, "Oh, you're dead. Yeah, we could have done it." And then she gets mad because the group ran, because they went up against a legendary. We were looking for the legendary. We got 2 out of 4 legendaries. If you get all 4 conquered, you get a new title. Well, each one you conquer, you get a title. People know when we do a squad-based thing or new guild, then, I mean, I had one guy say, "I want to join your guild." Well, one girl basically says, "We're a good team." I mean, we were back to back today, and and then this one guy came in and says, "I love your guild name. Can we join?" So I got 3 new members out of it with the sword at close range. And they're like, "How the hell do you go from archery to 2-handed sword?" I said, "Well, I could use 2-handed. I could do it well with daggers too." But the point is Chloe basically shouldn't be taking it out on people. Literally, that is the problem. Chloe shouldn't be taking it out on people. Literally. She takes it out on me for everything. You ask her to take the garbage out, she throws a fit. And then when fucking gnats grow and bugs fly around, she's like, "Well, maybe you need to learn." So, I mean, literally. So, I mean, she basically is too disabled, in my opinion, and she can't live here. I mean, internet goes out, like it did the other day. Fucking flipped her lid. "We're not for weeks and weeks and weeks." Contacted the internet company when an opening in the email. They calibrated it again, and they got angry, because they didn't want me using my own router. But anyways, with that said, everyone, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you all. So, couple of announcements. Like I said, I asked Chloe to leave. Chloe's trying to find resources to go because if I have to pay out of my own pocket, the advocates know I will be starving for the month of March, and something has to give. So another thing is I'm working on a project that requires me to use my pen and paper again because everyone knows I spent $2 instead of paying $40 for a printer, and then if I bought the printer, then all I have to do is print things out, which I might just start doing a printer anyways. It'd come in handy anyways, make my life just a little easier. So I've been looking at a printer, so that's the only other thing. And a couple other items, but I will talk to you all about those later. So with that said, everyone, please look for another video tomorrow. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Hit that like, subscribe button. It's wholesome funny for the family, including your dogs, your cats, and your bunnies. Thanks for watching. Hit that bell notification for new content. Captain's log out, NCC 77246. This transmission ends now.